Welcome to Short Scary Story, Episode 13. The Crying Baby Hallucination by Effective Let 3787 from True Scary Stories on Reddit. So basically, we were drinking at my friend's house. That was like 15 minutes away from my house. Walking distance, of course. I'm the one that walks alone for about 5 minutes. While walking by myself, I immediately start hearing a baby crying. I make a turn towards my house. The crying gets louder. Seems like it's coming from one of my neighbor's houses. So like any sane person, I assume it's their baby, and the story ends there. I safely get home and go to my room, but that's when I got a call from my friend. They were walking with me most of the way home, and guess what the first thing he asked me was, "Did you hear a baby crying while you were walking home? Please be serious because I'm about to call the fire department and look for it." He works for the fire department, and oh boy, we were both very paranoid. I normally think he would be messing with me, since I tell him and the rest of the group about the similar incidents that usually happens twice a year or so. It's kind of a running joke. But this was the first time someone told me about something weird that had happened while I was walking home. He called our other friends and the fire department, and they said that indeed also heard someone screaming when he was walking, and assumed it was just one of us acting up. After getting drunk, there's at least 3 people that can confirm that it happened. Still, no one made a call about a baby running away or anything. Also, the town is small enough that someone would notice a child running away and would contact them about it. The most important thing, the baby was able to catch up with me while I was basically jogging. I literally saw no one following me. All of us are so scared about this. And the best explanation is that we were just paranoid and literally heard crying from inside someone's house. Break-in with no motive by Haunted Puke on Let's Not Meet on Reddit. A few nights ago, my roommate woke me up at 2 a.m. knocking frantically on my door. I immediately knew something was wrong, and I was feeling that I was violated as soon as I walked into the living room and saw 4 cops. My roommate proceeded to tell me that they were woken up by a man who turned on their lights in their room, closing the door behind him and taking his shoes off, putting his keys on the table. My roommate, of course, said, "Get the out," over and over again, pleading with him, but he kept saying it was his house. This was the address he was given, that this was Macy's house. Macy let him in. He seemed to be high off of something, but the scary thing is neither of us heard him get in. He took the screen off the window and crawled in. It was unlocked, even though we thought it was locked. We had a bunch of trinkets on the windowsill, but nothing was broken or knocked over. How could he be so up that you think someone's house is your house, yet you are still fully in control of your body movements? When my roommate told him that they were calling the cops, he simply went out of the living room and sat on the coffee table and waited for them to come. I personally only seen him when one of the police officers inside and the 2 other outside holding him. One of the officers opened the door to either get in or out, and without the slightest hesitation, the man lunged at us. It was like he didn't care at all that there was 3 police officers there holding him. I could hear him screaming all the way down the stairs. What is so eerie is that there was nothing stolen or broken. He seemed to really think it was his house, yet the story kept changing. And if you know what kind of drug this guy was on, please let me know. To the random guy that broke into our house, let's not meet. Death Threats Out of the Blue by vmeorrltiass from Let's Not Meet on Reddit. So a few days ago, I was outside of my workplace, unlocking the ice cooler to get a couple bags for a customer. A man rode up on his bike and stopped a few feet away from me. He said, "What's up?" I had a lot to get done that day, so I didn't even glance at him and said nothing, just working, as I was rustling around in the freezer for the bag of ice. And he was talking. Once I pulled it out, I hear him say, "Dead." I was hopeful that it was just him mumbling to himself. I gave the bag of ice to the customer, and I turned back towards the store and continued till I heard him say, "I'm gonna tie you up and kill you. Get ready to die because I'm gonna shoot the out of you. I'm gonna kill you the next time I see you." That's all I heard, because I went right back inside and called 911. I hear a lot of random threats at work, but this guy got to me. My heart felt like it was going to shoot out of my chest. I could hear it beating in my ears. The cops are at our store for shoplifters multiple times a day, and since I didn't see a weapon, they were in no hurry to get back to me. From speaking with them earlier that day, I knew they were dealing with a lot. From people getting intoxicated to people doing 420. Suppose about an hour later, I was keeping an eye on the entrance with the cameras the whole time. They showed up and took the report. One of the regulars, a panhandler who hangs out outside, heard what he had said to me, and popped in to say that he's across the street. They immediately went and arrested him. After having me confirm his identity with him facing away from me, I said I did want to press charges. Made my statement, and he was told he will be having a day in court, and I may have to appear, and I could file for an order of protection, which is nice and all, but I feel like someone who randomly threatens people wouldn't really care about that. He knows where I work, and most likely he knows I'm the one that called about him, and now I'm worried about walking home at night, or any time I'm really in my neighborhood. I've been in my whole life. Let's not meet again, guy. Thank you all so much for watching today's video, and a huge thank you to everyone who shared their amazing stories for me to read. Your support and encouragement mean the world to me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of my content, and don't forget, don't shoot the messenger.